Hello, Coloring Craze family. Hope you guys are doing well. So this week's page is from Kerby Rosanes' Worlds Within Worlds. So this is the bookshelves and the bloody waterfall page. I know it gives a very Halloween vibe, but yeah, I really liked the color theme and I just want to go for it. And this is the second time I'm doing this page, and it turned out much better than the first time I did this page like 2 years back, and I'm very proud that my coloring have improved a lot, and I've used quite a few mediums along with the pencils here, so I think it turned out to be more in-depth and more a very improved coloring version of mine. So as usual, we start with the darker tones, and I've shown you guys a part of the bookshelf, like the whole bookshelf on the right side, so that you get an idea how to do the entire bookshelf after that, because it's just the same process. And the interesting part is that where we do the falls here. So once you're done with the books, we'll see how we have to do the falls. So for the falls here, I show you guys how to color the entire falls, and also I did the mist water froth and also the floating water. So for the falls we go with the color pencils first, and it appears to be very warm in the video for some reason, I don't know, but when you personally do it, it's going to be a more cooler tone of the red, which is the vibe we are going for here. It will not be this warm when you guys actually try it, if you do. So yeah, we start with the black here, then go on with the darker shades of red, end up with the Scarlet Lake, the lightest tone I'm using here, and after which I go in with my kids ink pad. I chose the red shade from the palette, and I used my finger sponge blender to blend out the colors, and this gave me a more cooler tone of the blood color we are going for here. And I also smeared the ink pad over the books in the falls, and also some over the fall, like on the top shelf of the falls, and also on the sides, you know, to give that cohesive effect. So after the ink pad, I went in with my pencils again to intensify the colors. So it's just a back and forth process. You can just keep on repeating it until you arrive at your a color tone where you're happy at. And after which I went in with my MUNGYO oil pastel, the aquarelle ones, white and red from the range, and I show you guys how I created the mist on the sides of the falls. And we are going to use the pastels in an extensive manner here. It is going to be the base color for the floating water as well as the water froth near the rocks. So yeah, we are going to use the pastels in an extensive way. So after I was done with the pastels, for the floating water, I went in with my color pencils again on top of the pastels, and then again I went in with my oil pastel. So again, it's a back and forth process until you're happy with the color range here. And for blending the oil pastels, I used my fingertip here, and I preferred my fingertip because it was a fairly small space and I wanted to have a controlled motion, and I wanted to see what's really happening, and that is the reason I used my fingertip. But you can also use a Q-tip if you don't want to dirty your finger, and I think compared to any other blending medium, the fingertip or the Q-tip would be a better option here. And for the rocks as well as for the little tiny ship in the water, I used the color palette which we used for the books. So it's fairly a very simple palette, and it was a very interesting page to do. And there is one more thing I want to share with you guys, is that I get a lot of comments asking me how I protect my pages when I'm using the oil pastels, whether the shielding sprays will help it from smearing onto the other page, is what I'm getting. The answer is I've used them in the past, and they don't give you 100% transfer proof result. So there is always going to be a little bit of smearing on the other side of the page if you're going to use the protective sprays alone. But I would rather suggest that keeping a plain old paper or wax paper or pattern paper, any paper in between your pages, so that it will protect your pages in a more efficient way, is what I think. So yeah, especially in pages where we use our pastels in a wide range, in an extensive way I should say, it's better to keep a paper in between your colored pages, so to avoid the smearing between the pages. And yeah, once you're done with the water, you're basically done with the page. And I hope you guys had fun watching this video and learned quite a few tips on how to use your other mediums with the pencils and create beautiful effect with them. and I really loved the result the pastels gave to my page. And yeah, I will also include a picture of my big page I did like a couple of years back, and you can literally see how much the pastels give the texture and depth to the page. And yeah, if you have any doubts, please post it in the comment section below. I will try my best to help you out, guys, and I will link all the products that I've used in this page in the description box below for your reference if you want to have a look. And I will see you all in my next video. Until then, happy coloring. Bye.